Okay, now that we've colored in our fish, we're going to use crowns to color in the shapes. Pick a color, and I want you to color in the shape neatly and completely. Remember to go around the edge and make sure you get those edges nice and neatly, completely. Now what I've done is I hold on to that color and I color all the shape the same color, and then I flip it over and I use the same color to color in the same shapes. That way I still have a pattern and I don't lose my crown and I don't get confused. So as you can see, I'm just going to go through here and all of my squares are blue. So I color them all in blue. And then I flip it back over and I pick out a new color. And if you need to tear off the paper so that you can get more of the color from the crayon, you can do that. Here's what you don't do. You don't just color in like really light and just kind of scribble it. You really want to color down really hard so it's nice and bright and vibrant. So if you color just kind of lightly, then it doesn't show up very well. If you color hard, then it will show up very brightly and vibrantly. So as you can see, I just flip this paper over and I'm just going to color in all of those circles, holding on to the same crown. That way I don't lose my crown, nobody takes it on accident, it stays in my hand until I'm done. And you're going to do this for all of your shapes. So now I'm going to color in my oval or my circles. I'm going to color them all in this sort of a pink purplish color, and I hold on to that crown and I color in neatly and completely all of my circles, flip it over, color in all of my circles on this side, and then I also want to make sure that I am coloring it in really hard and really bright and vibrantly. And again, if you need to peel off some paper, you are certainly welcome to do so. Alright, I'm just going to fast forward so you guys can fast forward even faster so you guys can see how I color in all of the shapes on this fish on both sides. Okay, now it's time to paint in our fish. We're going to use these liquid watercolors and we're going to paint in our fish symmetrically. So we've opened up our fish on both sides, and that way when we paint one side we can paint the other. Now with these liquid watercolors, the way that we clean them is we just take our towel and we just dry it off really well. So when I'm done with the orange, I'm just going to wipe it in my towel really well. And the reason why we colored the shapes and crowns is so that we could wipe it off of the shape so that it wouldn't blend. Now if your paints start to blend together, you can take your towel and you can just sort of blot it. Not wipe it, just blot it. So if the paint gets on your shapes and it doesn't come right off, you can blot it. Or if it starts to mix together, you can blot it. And remember, every time you switch colors, you want to make sure you dry your brush with the towel. So you're going to be using that towel a lot today. And so when you paint one side, you go to the other side and you paint the other side. And if you colored really well with your crowns, you can paint right over it. Now the top fin over here and the top fin over there are going to be the same color. And then the bottom fin over here and the bottom fin over there will be the same color as each other. And you're even going to paint in the face too. So I think I'm going to paint in the face blue, and I'm just going to paint around the eyes and the mouth. around the eye and mouth. And see how I'm using the same coloring techniques of going around the side and then coloring it in, going around, outlining the edges and then coloring it in. See how I use my towel? If the paint starts to smear, I can just use my towel and blot it away. Blot just sort of means pat it, just sort of pat, pat, pat. And then I am all done. Alright, so what I've done here is I went through and I stapled all of your fish, except for where the mouth is. And so what you're going to do now is you're going to cut your fish out without cutting out any of the staples. And you're going to hold on to these scraps. So hold on to those scraps. Now, you don't have your name anywhere on here, so what you need to do now is you need to write your name on the tail. Your name and your class code. And don't forget your class code, whatever that might be. Then, you're going to open up your fish like this. Because you're going to take your paper and you're going to turn your paper into fish food by crinkling it all up. Yeah. Now, don't do it too tight. You want it to be kind of loose like this. And you're going to put that in there and feed your fish. Yum, yum. Crinkle up the fish food and yum, 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 yum. Eat up your fish food. And open this up. See how that's 2 pieces? Wrinkle that up. Nice big fish food pellet. And yum, 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 yum. Now, if any of your fish food starts falling out, then you need to make sure that we get some staples on there again, because that might just mean that you cut a staple out. So then you would bring it up to the teacher and just get it stapled again. So if some of the fish food starts falling out, get it restapled. And open up this and sprinkle a nice big, oh, such a big piece of food there. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, my fish is getting so fast. Oh, so fast. You know what? I might donate my food to somebody else who needs it, because my fish is so fat now. Maybe I'll give this fish food to somebody who needs some. And then, so that your fish doesn't throw up, you don't want your fish to throw up any of their food, get that back in there. We're going to close your fish's mouth, bring your fish up to the teacher to get it stapled. Then, we have a beautiful fish. The teacher will put a piece of yarn on there, and then we can paint our fish up and have a giant paper aquarium. And now we have our symmetrical, sculptural fish.